I have a kind of complicated relationship with drugs in general, but specifically with weed. Specifically. Specifically. Oh, you silly goose. Yeah, specifically with weed, I do have a pretty unique relationship because on the one hand, I can't deny that there's been times in my life when weed really saved me. Different times in my life, a lot of life was really shitty, and so like all of a sudden to have like a magic thing that made all these shitty times in my life like drastically, measurably fucking better, like, oh wow. And so I can see why I started spamming that button. But here I am, what, 10 years later, and I fucking gotta hit this shit like every few hours. And I can't say there hasn't been some negatives. I can't say there hasn't been some cons, some costs, you know? And I think a lot of small choices, specifically even around weed, actually made huge impacts in my life that at the time seemed almost so insignificant. Like, for example, when I'm first getting a job, I have the first freedom to start smoking weed. And so the idea of, I'm not gonna fucking have a boss who doesn't let me smoke weed at work. I'm not gonna fucking have somebody tell me what to do. So the jobs that you can get where you can smoke weed or you're not drug tested are essentially like business sales jobs at like a low paying jobs like at a gym, restaurant, things like that. And entrepreneurial small business, micro business, entrepreneurial, being drug business also is not going to trust you. Like pharmaceutical will, but like the cool drug business is not. And that decision ended up shaping a whole trajectory of decisions that at the time seemed so irrelevant and almost minuscule. I mean, I can think about when I first started smoking weed and it was almost like psychedelic. It was so powerful. It had a visual effect at times. And I can remember walking along the beach and looking at the ocean and seeing these tessellations and absolute just amazement at what I was seeing, because there was a contrast between what I knew logically was there and what reality was supposed to be. And here I was making eye contact with reality, but it's not looking like reality. But here I am interacting with this reality that's not real. And that experience is so, I mean, it's almost a religious experience, because there's no way to describe the new perspective that it gives you. And that's pretty neato. And then I think about all the times that like, fuck, I'm fucking broke, so I gotta go to the dispensary once a fucking week. And because you can't buy fucking pounds a week, you gotta buy little tiny amounts. I think about all the times when before weed was legalized, I'm doing sketchy shit and fucking meeting with sketchy people to do illegal drug committing crimes to get little fucking flowers. I think about like all of the, I mean, at this point in my life, tens of thousands of dollars I've spent on just weed alone. And like, I could use fucking tens of thousands of dollars. Did you know that? That would be so fucking neato. And that feels bad. Like, in some ways, weed has made me a lot of money. In some ways, weed has lost me a lot of money. I mean, there was a time when I had an Arizona card and a California card, and like there was a gray market. So this was like not totally illegal black market, but definitely not legal white market. So like you could be raided by the DEA and go to a federal prison, or they could say it's totally cool and you're not even, it's all good. And so I was rolling the dice hoping that it was just going to be all good. And this guy in California is like, hey man, I have a dispensary in California, I have a dispensary in Arizona, and I'm trying to basically commit felonies. And I was like, yeah, all right, maybe I'll help you out. And so I end up linking with these compassion clubs, and the way that bullshit works. So it was illegal to buy or sell weed, but you could give weed to another medical patient for free. You could give it away for free because of course you can, but you can't buy or sell it. So what they would do would be like, hey, we have a club. It's a weed club for medical marijuana patients only. It's a weed club. But wouldn't you know it, the door fee is $35, but you do get a free eighth with every membership. And it's like, okay. And then they had other things where like, it's not a donation if you put it in their hand, so you have to put it in a donation box. So like it was like a high school play where everybody knew that this was some theater, but you can't mess up the play, man. And then you can't put it in my hands, bro. And like, so everybody's fucking stoned, and so like sometimes, where's the stupid box, man? I don't know. And like, okay, put it in this magazine, bro. And you put the money in. Okay, here's your donation. I mean, it was pretty ridiculous. So like, that was kind of cool. But then I think about like, I had a job that I really talked my way into in a masterful display of oratory prowess. I really couldn't believe that people just kept saying yes. I just kept hearing these really amazing things come out of my mouth, and I thought, wow, this is, whoever's talking is great. Oh my god, it's me that's talking. Wow. And then I'm working at an extraction laboratory, and I'm getting paid like maybe $2,000 a week in cash, and it's fucking cool as ice, baby. And I get caught smoking weed, and they tell me, Andrew, I'm going to pay a lot of millions of dollars essentially for this license, this facility, etc., etc. We are not going to even play with the rules in any way, and I can give you one warning and that's it. And I was like, okay, cool. The next fucking week, son, I saw somebody else smoking weed, and I thought, well, if he's free to do it, and so I ripped that shit. And I was on my lunch break too. I wasn't even at work, so I had double justification. And then I go back, and then like, I'm in my early stoner days, dude. So I have too many tells at that point. And so my boss sees me from like yards away, and he starts swearing at me and yelling at me. And he really liked me too, you know. And he gave me the job. And he basically has to fire me on the spot. And like, of course, bro, I would fire me too. What the fuck? And it was so embarrassing and humiliating. And then the worst part about it is, you know, I go home after getting fired for smoking weed. What do you think I do? That bowl felt bad, dude. Bowl felt fucking bad. But fuck, here I am. And like, with all of that, I don't know if it necessarily outweighs the benefits of weed, or if the discomfort of not having weed is so great that it outweighs some of the other problems that it's caused in my life. I don't know, not to make it sound like, oh fuck, I'm smoking weed and that's why all of it, like, I've been smoking weed over a decade, so like, I've had some good times, bro, but nobody wants, that's not a very good story. Well, you want to hear about the time that I got a fucking eighth for $15, and it was the strongest eighth ever, and I went home and I fucking watched Malcolm in the Middle, and it was the best fucking Malcolm in the Middle I've ever seen in my life. Here's the thing though, like, look at how good this part is though. Like, watch this part. I mean, it's not exactly like coming, but like it's like a different, like it's like there's, do you see what I'm saying? It's not nothing. Like it is delightful. I must say, there is a delightful component, and it can be deceptive because there is a cost. And I mean, yeah, it's pretty fuck. Oh shit! Like you see how fucking, you see what I'm saying? You fucking see, bro? Do you see? Like, this Gatorade is now gonna taste way better. It's not like it even tasted bad before, but now it's gonna taste fucking better. Like, what the fuck, bro? Yeah. So, I mean, there's that. I'll tell you what, it's pretty bonito, indescribably neato. You see what I'm saying? Like people are like, oh, weed's fucking dangerous. Like, it's dangerous because it's so enjoyable that it's like, look at how much fun I'm having. This was like fucking $20. Do you know how much fun I'm having for $20? A fucking steak at goddamn Applebee's gonna cost you $25. And like, I mean, it's so economical in that way. You know what I mean? Granted, I just gave the example of choosing drugs over food, and that's not a great opener for my case. But I'm not gonna fix it. It's my show. Remember, it's the Lonely Stoner Show, and I can do whatever I want on here. Oh fuck. Here's the contrast to that. Doing whatever I want is what got me into some sticky situations. Doing whatever I want has led me to making the Lonely Stoner Show. Lonely? Who's that? Ooh, zippity za. Oh shit. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, could I really tell myself not to have this experience? Because like I'm having so much fun. And like, this seems not wrong. Like, this seems so good. Like, this seems like this is like some Jesus Christ, like, wholesome shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, oh. Okay. All right. Okay. We're cool. We're totally cool. Yeah, we're cool. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it on up here to the next segment of life, and I can't. If you have watched this long, I love you so much. If you're still here, this is for you. Like, these emotions that I'm having right now. I liked the people that started the video, but they maybe left. They couldn't handle it. But if you stayed this long, if you're here, like, right now, I mean, if you need a kidney, you need anything except for money, I got you. I fucking got you. All right. Thank you. Okay. Bye.